Okay, we've been reading through the Old Testament. It's amazing what you can pick up by just reading through the scriptures. We've learned a lot of things that we knew, some stories, but we didn't know some details in the story. So we're going to go through a couple things. In May, we learned about some mothers, and then we learned about 3 Hebrew boys. Their names were Shadrach,
Meshach, and Abednego.
Yell nice and loud. Get a microphone, hold it in front of you guys, Tori. Okay, and who was the king?
Nebuchadnezzar.
Okay, the king said every time you hear the flute, the cornet, the harp, and the
Sackbut.
That's the one thing they got out of that story. What was the name of the instrument again?
Sackbut.
Yeah, we're not allowed to say the word B-U-T-T at my house, so Jaden calls it a sack bum. Anyways, every time you hear that, you're supposed to bow down. Well, 3 Hebrew boys didn't bow down, so the king commanded them to turn the fire up how many times?
7 times.
7 times. They threw them in the fire. What happened to the guys that threw them in the fire?
They burned up.
King Nebuchadnezzar, he looks into the fiery furnace, and he doesn't just see 3 men. He sees how many?
4.
God sent an angel to protect them. So they bring him out. The king said, anybody who mocks their God, what was their punishment?
Get cut up in pieces.
Okay, so here we give them a $100 fine for a misdemeanor. There, you got cut into pieces. So anyways, then we started studying on Abraham. It is amazing when you read through the scriptures and you learn all about Abraham. Okay, he had 2 boys. What were their names?
Isaac and Ishmael.
And the Bible describes Ishmael as being what?
A wild man.
He's a wild man. I got a couple of those here. Okay. Gavin. Okay, so they're wild men. And Ishmael was sent away. Isaac then ends up with a whole bunch of kids, doesn't he? I'm sorry. Isaac has 2 boys. What were their names?
Jacob and Esau.
And Esau was described as being what kind of a man?
Hairy man.
Okay, they're twins. So when they're born, Jacob is holding on to Esau's
Foot.
the heel of his foot. And then Esau kind of like trades away his birthright to his brother because he's starved. Now, his birthright evidently didn't mean that much to him. God promised that his seed was going, the seed of Jesus was going to come through Jacob. And he tricked his father. Rebecca said, I'm the one that's deceiving you, you're not the one deceiving your father. So let Jacob answer this one because he played the part of Jacob. What did Jacob do to his father?
Trick him.
How?
He put
What did he do?
Put a coat of fur.
He put hair on his arms, around his neck, went in, and what did his father say?
You sound like Jacob, but you feel like Esau.
Sound like Jacob, you feel like Esau. He tricked his father. You know what? Jacob led a horrible life. If you read about him, his life didn't go smooth. He had a whole bunch of, there was like 4 mothers of his children. That alone would be a little bit rough. So then Jacob ends up having to leave. He was given the blessing. He has to leave, and then he goes to his Uncle Laban's house, and he meets this pretty girl. What was her name?
Rachel.
He works for 7 years to marry Rachel, and Laban, which is her father, deceives him, and he ends up marrying
Leah.
And the Bible describes Leah as what? Having what kind of eyes?
Tender.
She wasn't the prettiest girl around, but he ends up marrying Leah, but he really wanted Rachel. He ends up working how many more years?
7.
And then he ends up marrying Rachel. He's got how many kids? 12 boys by these 4 women. Name the boys. Oh, wait a minute. Who can name the 12 boys out here? Come on. No takers? Okay, name the name of the boys.
Reuben, Levi, Asher, Dan, Benjamin, Joseph, Zebulun, Ishkar.
Naphtali. Simeon. Gad.
Did we get them?
Simeon.
No.
Simeon, Gad, Judah?
Judah.
Okay, we know them all. And then there was Dinah. We throw Dinah into the mix in there. Okay, then Rachel dies, giving birth to Benjamin. In the end, Jacob deceived his father. His boys deceived him by saying that Joseph had been killed. And so in the end, Jacob was deceived by his own children too. But they ended up going, Joseph, he ends up running the kingdom. He interprets the king's dreams and everything. The kids love studying about this. Read through the Old Testament. Read those stories. Then you go into the New Testament. Oh, we forgot something. He took Isaac up to the mount to sacrifice him. And Isaac asked his dad. He's at least 20 years old at this time. He's not a little boy like we thought he was. He asked his dad, what?
Where's the lamb?
Yeah, where's the sacrifice? Well, and what did he say to his son?
God will provide.
What did he name the mountain after God sent a ram?
Jehovah Jireh.
Which means?
God will provide.
Very good. We're going to sing a song for you, and then we're going to teach you guys the song too. Okay. You guys ready? Jake, stand right here. Sing out nice and loud. Ready?
The Lord is my shepherd, I'll walk with him always. He leads by still waters, I'll walk with him always. The Lord is my shepherd, I'll walk with him always. He leads by still waters, I'll walk with him always. The Lord is always, I'll walk with him always. Always by still ways, I'll walk with him always. The Lord is my shepherd, I'll walk with him always. He leads by still waters, I'll walk with him always. Always, always, I'll walk with him always. Always, always, I'll walk with him always.
Very good. We're going to teach you guys that song. You guys are with the girls. Boys, this side, you're going to sing with us, okay? Boys, we're leading this side. Are you ready? The Lord is my shepherd, I'll walk with him always. He leads by still waters, I'll walk with him always.
The Lord is my shepherd, I'll walk with him always.